Whether your beer is in a bottle, can, or glass, kick back and relax. It's Better on Draft.
Hello and welcome to Better on Draft. My name is Rob, one of the hosts, and with me today, as usual, is Wendy. Hey, Wendy, how are you? What are you drinking?
Today I am drinking some nice, tasty ice water. Due to the fact that I'm a little under the weather, so I can't taste the beer anyways. So there's no point in wasting good beer when I can't taste it.
Yeah, well, this is a good time to drain the turned cellar beers, maybe.
Right? Oh, I didn't even think of that. I do have a couple shelves I got to finish off.
Yeah. And this afternoon, I am drinking a raspberry tart by New Glarus. Just slowly getting through my New Glarus beers, sadly, slowly getting through them. With us today, we have Liz and I keep doing this, Liz and Chelsea from Berkeley Alley Brewing. Hello, how are you and what are you drinking?
Hello.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you. We cracked open from Bet Barley Brewing a peach barley wine. Peach Street barley wine.
12% at 10 a.m.
You know, they dropped it off for us. So we figured we might as well give them a big shout out and take a nap after this. It's 10 a.m. Fine.
Sounds great to me. You guys are coming at us today from Denver, Colorado. Can you tell us a little bit about yourselves and about your brewery?
Yeah, I let that all warm me.
Mm-hmm.
So Liz and I, we took over Berkeley Alley Beer Co. at the end of June. We're also the hosts of Body by Beer podcast, which has been going on for almost 2 years. Been on a bit of a hiatus since we took over the brewery. It's like we've been really busy with that or something. Like that's a busy job to do. We've been in the craft beer space since 2014, so 11-ish years, and we've been friends for almost 2 decades. So we know all the ups and downs and loves and hates of each other. And this is not our first business venture, and it's been going fun. It's going great. It's been a dream come true.
Truly.
Nice. You bought the brewery in June.
Mm-hmm.
How has that been going?
Yeah, it's been good. It's been a lot of fun. A bit of a fire hose in the beginning, but I feel like most things are. Chelsea and I definitely function on the side of ready, fire, aim. And that doesn't work for everybody and it doesn't work for everything. But we're pretty good at taking clutch shots. So we're confident in how we can execute things. So it's been really busy. We were lucky to catch a bit of summer traffic. And now as we're going into fall, we were just talking earlier about all the events we have coming up end of September and into October. So very busy with all of that. And then coming in and brewing and working behind the bar and getting to know the community and everybody coming in, people that had never heard of it or hadn't been back in a few years. Pretty cool, the amount of support that we've seen from the Berkeley neighborhood and Tennyson Street and the greater Denver area. Yeah.
And are any of those events related to upcoming GABF festivities?
A bit of yes and a bit of no. So we've got September Suicide Awareness Month. We recently did a fundraiser and we did a walk around the Berkeley Lake. And then on the 27th, we're partnering up with a dear friend of ours who hosts Hope Inc., just semicolon tattoo event that went really, really well this year. It was his ninth year hosting it. Mm-hmm. And we're kind of giving it one more day this month with Hope Sings. And he's coming up to our place and we're putting on a live show and we're doing a pop-up tattoo shop and we're donating money to the Jefferson Mental Health Center. So that's going to be a great event for us, great event for him, great event for everybody. Really excited about that one. And then we're doing a breast cancer awareness trot. We're calling it a titty trot down the alley between us and another brewery that's women owned, and it's a bra-free run down the alley. That's that following weekend. And then the following weekend after that's JBF. And we're hoping to do at least a semi tap takeover of like women owned or women brewed breweries from the Denver area. It's just these other two events are taking up a lot of time. So I haven't quite been able to be doing the outreach to see if we can get stuff in. So tentatively, maybe we'll have something for GABF week. We'll see.
That sounds like some really cool stuff, though.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We figured worst comes to worst, we'll go into GABF as Body by Beer.
Yeah.
So our media pass and say hello to the community and set up some collaborations for the future.
Yeah. We get a fun game going.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask one more and let Wendy have you for a minute. But you've mentioned the Body by Beer podcast and that it's currently on break. Can you tell us about that too?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a thing we are itching every day to get back up and going again, getting the interviews going. We actually have a vision of doing the interviews at the brewery while brewing beer, calling them a little tiny brew series. And honestly, at this point, we're just backlogged with content. We've got lots of stuff recorded. It's just getting it all edited and back out to the world, and then we'll start getting more content in. We just can't really justify doing. I think I'm 5 videos behind, so it's really in my court right now. But yeah, I mean, our whole concept was showcasing really the community. That's the piece we fell in love with within the craft beer is the community, the people, not just the craft and the art behind it, but the extra little stories that come in from behind the scenes that we've left the space a couple times and always end up coming back because of just how much we miss and love the people in it.
Mhm.
So our whole goal with the show was to showcase that via interviews and challenges and competitions and just doing silly things that we love and fell in love with about the space.
Fun. Go ahead, Wendy.
So I am actually a fan of the show.
Yay.
I follow you guys on TikTok too, so I love
Thank
it.
you.
I love it when my worlds overlap like that. So I was really excited to see that you guys were coming on. Let's talk a little bit more about the beer. You guys are brewing.
Yes.
Are you the
Lizzie.
only brewers,
Yep.
or do you have other people?
Me and Chelsea's husband, Kevin, he helps me out in the back. So yeah.
That's awesome. What is your favorite beer to brew?
My favorite beer to brew, the easiest one. I'm just kidding. We're really proud of. I was talking to Rob about it earlier. Really excited for a Berliner Weiss that we're releasing today. I like those styles of beers, light, spritzy, low ABV. You can kind of mess with them as well, add different flavor adjuncts to them. But honestly, anything with a good base like that, it's a pretty, for the most part, simple beer to keep an eye on. You do have to watch that pH level and what you're putting into it. But for the most part, I really like that part as well because it makes it a little more interesting. It's not just, okay, it's in the fermentation tank, yeast is doing its yummy eat it up thing, and then it's done. You know, like there is a little more process to it and keeping an eye on it. So I do like that part about it.
That's cool. And how do you manage selections? Like, how do you decide what beer you're going to have on?
Yeah, it's definitely a business decision. First and foremost, what the people say they want, not just necessarily what we want. So right now we're just trying to make sure there's something for everyone and hitting all the big styles, right? Of course, we have a hazy, we have a West Coast, we have a light beer on, we have a wheat on, we have a flavored wheat on, we have our Belgians on, we have a stout on nitro, yummy, delicious. That's also a pretty popular one right now. It's called Black Dog. Anyway, trying to make sure we cover the gambit there, and then also having our non-alcoholic and alcohol-free options as well.
Yeah.
And not that we're brewing those, but bringing those. We do
Correct,
bring
yeah,
those.
we bring
in.
those in.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like listen, it's something for everybody. That's usually the goal around in keeping a well-rounded menu. And just
I saw
trying to
that you-
keep up with what's selling quickly.
Yeah.
I
Right.
saw that you also had gluten-free beers on your menu. So yeah.
Yep. So we're offering Holidaily. Karen Hertz over at Holidaily is a good friend of ours, and we are a big fan of hers as well. And so supporting that 100%
No-brainer.
gluten-free.
No-brainer
Yeah, it's a
to bring her
no-brainer.
on.
It's It's an easy decision for us.
Yeah, we took it to a little bit the next level and actually putting it on tap versus just having cans. We
Yep.
think it makes it a little bit more of an integrated experience and showcases that the gluten-free wasn't a second thought, right?
Right.
It's not just like, oh, there's cans over in the fridge over there. It's like, no, like we actually like pour it off draft, all of our other beers, and really value the quality that comes off of a keg and a draft line. It's just a different experience.
Well, I love a good selection of beer, especially when I'm getting a flight, which brings us round to one of our main questions here on the show. Are you a team flight or team no flight?
Team flight.
All right.
Yes.
That's what I like to hear.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I love a flight. I have said for a lot of years that if you have staff that hates a flight, it's because your flight process is bad. So you got to fix your flight process. They shouldn't take that much longer than doing like a straight up beer. Of course, they're going to take some bit longer, but maybe don't have an 8 or 6 like flights. Make it a little bit. People will order 2 if they want more than that, and then make that process as seamless as possible. I've worked with a couple different breweries consulting, and they've either hated them or not wanted to do it, and it's just like putting all that extra effort into making those really optimized. They're also great margins, so like why wouldn't you do it? And I'm a little beer drinker. I'm a order a 5 ounce or a 10 ounce. Like I hardly ever do a pint because I want to try multiple things, and I can
Right.
only drink so many pints in the day.
Yeah.
So instead, drop it down. I can have more variety. So
I also
definitely
like to look
team
at
flight.
them as like a little appetizer too,
Mm.
right? Like, samplings, and
Then
then
you
you
order
pick
a-
your favorite.
then you order a Stein.
Yeah, you do a
Your
flight,
entree.
a flight and a pint, or a flight and a stein.
Yeah.
It's a great deal in there somewhere, right? It's like a shot and a beer, but it's like a flight and a pint.
Flight and a
Yeah.
pint.
Flight and
It's-
pint. I like that.
Funny because sometimes I'll do that, and the beer I choose, for the bigger size, is not one that I got in the flight, and I don't know if that's sending a message back to the brewer or.
Oh, okay. So you liked them and you're moving on and you're confident enough just to choose one, or you hated them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Right.
also do that almost 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
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 Could
Come
be
to
a
think of it, so
50-50
do I.
shot.
So let's talk a little bit more about the brewery. What would you say to people that have never heard of you to bring them in?
Oh, yeah. To bring them in, something for everybody. Women owned is also pretty rad. But really, we have something for everybody. We're fingers crossed, somewhat close to getting our brew pub license. I think it's close, and then they just hit us with a bunch of more
Yeah.
dumb stuff. So we'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
In theory, we should be like having it any day, but who knows? But really trying to keep that variety and being very welcoming. It doesn't matter, even if you're not drinking, right? We want to make sure that if we have it available in alcoholic, we have it available in a non-alcoholic, and nobody cares. Like we just want you hanging out and having a good time and feeling like you're part of a wonderful community with a little brewery, and there's no stigma of what you're drinking.
Mhm.
We're a little difficult to find because we are actually located in the alley. It's an alley entrance, and so we've been kind of sprucing that up to draw a little bit more attention down that direction. But other than that, if people want to find it, they can find it. It's not like hard. We just don't necessarily get the stumble across traffic because people don't tend to be. Well, maybe they are stumbling through the alley, but they don't tend to be walking down that way versus the main street as much. But
Yeah.
not that hard to find.
No, there's signs up. It's pretty, for the most part, it's pretty straightforward.
So I think that's funny because I always say that it's some of the best breweries are the hardest to find.
Yeah.
That's how we'd like to feel.
I don't know what it is about the brewing industry that it's like they find the weirdest spots to put their breweries.
Mhm.
There was a tap room, I think it was Black Acre, and they had a black on black sign in an alley. It had the sign did not stick out. It was along the side of the wall, so
Mhm.
it was pretty much impossible to find.
Yeah, my joke is I'm gonna put up a bunch of live nude signs, just like big neon glow in the dark signs.
That
We'll
could
get
work.
that'll get some attention
Could
down
work.
there. I think one of this was years ago. We were in California, which also has a lot of breweries, but me and my husband and I saw this like little strip mall, and I knew like I had this little mental tweak change of being in Colorado because I was like it's like kind of industrial, but I kind of had like that strip mall look, and I was like, oh, there's probably a brewery in there. Oh, there's not a brewery in there. Like, what are they doing? Like, and I just like instinctually was like, that's a great spot for a brewery. And I was like, I might be around way too many breweries in the
That's-
state.
That's right.
I see great spots for breweries everywhere I go. So
Yeah.
I totally get that.
Yes,
Um,
I'm not alone.
I'm trying to think. I did spend a week in Denver a few years ago, and I was trying to think of the area. What are some of the things around you that people would know to look for
So
or could look for?
yeah, we are right near the Lakeside Amusement Park. Just that's Sheridan to Tennyson, however many blocks that is.
Yeah. Under a mile
Yeah,
from us.
it's under a mile. It's an old amusement park. It sticks out pretty well on
Yeah.
I-70 if you're going east or west.
Yeah. You can see the big old roller coaster that you're like, that's got to be the scariest roller coaster
Yeah.
because it's so old. They don't
Yeah.
run it anymore because
Yeah.
of it. But if you don't know it, it looks terrifying.
Yeah. There's also a really old Arby's that's right near us
Yeah,
that
the
has
OG.
like the giant A and like like
hat?
lariat rope. Yeah, it's a hat. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's the cowboy hat. I haven't seen one of those in
Yep.
a really long time.
We're not far from Sloan's Lake. Tennyson
Mhm.
Street in itself is its own little, like, almost little
Icon.
sub
Yeah.
iconic street. It's like kind of like a little downtown strip. Big foodie area, lots of
Mhm.
cute local independent and small shops.
Yeah.
So it's kind of that Tennyson Street itself is
Yeah.
probably the easiest iconic indicator of where we are.
The Oriental Theater.
Oh yeah, the Oriental Theater. That's a great one if they're in there.
Yeah.
That's like 50 feet from us.
Yeah.
All right. Any interesting collabs coming up soon?
We'll be releasing our Marzen next week. That's a collaboration with our good friend and mentor Steven over at Monolith Brewing on South Broadway. And then we are.
So we got lined up right now.
Huh?
For clubs.
Go ahead.
I just said I think that's all we got lined up right now.
Yeah, we're trying to get some more, bring them in to do the tiny brews like Chelsea brought
Yeah.
up. We're talking with some other women brewers, of course. We want to hit on that pretty hard. And yeah.
Yeah, it's more just me being backlogged of why we don't have
Yeah.
a whole lot of other collabs. It's on me. It's my fault. We were going to do something with Adam Brews Beers over GABF. but
Makes beer.
Adam makes beer.
Yeah.
He unfortunately he's not coming out anymore. He had to change. His wife had to change in work schedule, so he's not coming out. That was going to be our next one, and then we've got actually quite a few people lined up wanting to do the tiny brews with us. Like I said, it's really just on my plate at this point.
It's not.
way
It's
to,
not just
way to bring
you.
it up, guys.
Yeah.
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 Are we making you feel
Sorry.
guilty now?
Yeah, right. There was it's not just you. There was a whole back of the house thing, right? Like we have to make sure we have beer on tap, and it was like a total asset sale when we took over the brewery. So that means all the product was included in that. So it was like, oh wow, we have a lot of beer, and then all of a sudden we didn't, which again is a great problem to have. But it was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
we were brew, and still finishing up some. I mean, we're releasing 2 different Berliners today and a seltzer. So it was like, we got to get that all done.
And a Marzen and a West Coast and
then another Belgian. That'll all come out probably next week. So
and the back house is a bit of a newer experience for us, right? Like we
Yeah.
haven't built up a brewing schedule and
Yeah.
we've got people looking for distribution out of us and we're just like, we have no idea how to even get to that yet. Like when we tried to get a booth at JBF and they were like, you have 12 hours.
They were
going to
let us in,
They were
yeah.
going to let us do it. And I got into the application and it was like, what beer are you going to bring? How much of it are you going to bring in? What's all these like different details? And I was like, I have no clue at all what we're going to have available in a month. I don't know. Then I'm thinking when people sign up, what months ahead, like, even way further ahead of time when they're supposed to. I was like,
they are more organized
we
than
are
we were.
far not that organized. I was like,
The media
holy
pass
cow.
is the way to go.
Yeah, right.
Right? Okay. See, we're on that. Then.
Yeah, I was like, like next year now that we know, right, we can start like pulling some kegs to the side and like being a little bit more organized. But I think I at least went through the process to tell them no, because otherwise it would have been the same thing the next year and being like, oh my gosh, I need to know like all of these details. Like, can't we just show up with whatever we show up with?
I think that gives too much insight kind of I think I said that already, how we run our business. So maybe we should just not say
We're
that
getting there.
anymore.
It's getting better. It's getting more organized. But yeah, it was a lot of fire hoses putting stuff out.
We're getting smarter,
Getting
smarter
smarter.
every day.
So back to the podcast. What is one of your favorite interviews that you've done?
Oh my gosh, there's so many good interviews. I feel like I'm going to steal this one from you because you brought it up the other day. Was brewing with Kat Hess over at Wing Coop Brewing, and we interviewed her at the same time. So it was kind of like this foreshadowing to what was going to come a year later, whether we knew it or not, it was going to happen. The podcast was such a big part of the decisions even going into buying the brewery because it's all so intertwined together, right? Like it was this quality of life that we loved and we didn't want to let go, but we still want to be able to be a part of the community with the podcast of going and interviewing brewers and taproom managers and owners and
Quality control people.
Quality control. Oh yeah, Amanda was really fun as well.
Yeah.
That super nerd side of the beer stuff, right? Like, but Kat was she's so supportive, and she's one of those people that she's like, you can never network enough, right? You can never get yourself and your name out there enough, especially in this community, in a community that's so willing to share its stories and share its recipes and help you succeed.
Yeah.
And then Wing Coop itself has just a fun history, and it's so tied into the city of Denver, right? So getting to learn about all of that.
An old building
cool.
and seeing, it never ceases to amaze me how, I don't want to say just like random, the airplane's back again. It's coming to get us, Rob.
I hope it drops presents.
Oh, that would be like, oh, there goes the cat. Chasing something. Like these old buildings and how breweries finagle their setup to work within any environment that is required, and the clever ways that they do things. And I think you get more clever the older the building. And that's an old building. It was the first brew pub in Colorado, so like it's been around since the 80s, and they still run on steam. And just the way that, I mean,
their whole grain out system is built throughout the building. Like the grain gets pumped out above the kitchen.
They don't have to wheel it out because there wasn't room to actually
they
auger it out, and then all the beer is actually like downstairs, and so they have to go through floors of space. So that was a fun one. The other one, it's funny, I'm gonna re-steal yours, was Bierstad. It's Ashley Carter's the bomb. Man, she's like so intuitive and so smart and so process oriented and so passionate about perfection. Is hard to knock on Ashley for that. And they just expanded. They're like nearly maxed out the capacity. They're kind of the dream example of craft beer currently is not dead for them.
No.
Like they've grown exponentially over the last couple of years, and man, just a cool lady. So those would probably be our top ones.
Yeah.
That's fun. And I've been to both those places, so that's exciting.
Yeah.
You're like, I know.
Like, I know those things.
Did you try the Rocky Mountain Oyster Stout when you were at Wing Coop?
I did.
You have to.
I'm pretty sure I did.
Yeah. If it's on, you have to.
Yeah. That was actually the first brewery I went to in Denver.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Yeah.
Iconic. You gotta do it.
Kind of, yeah. That's pretty much what I was told. We're going there first.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else can we ask about? Sorry, I'm a little off today.
I am 5'4". Just kidding. Green eyes.
Less Denver unique than Rocky Mountain Oyster Stout. I was in Denver in June, and there is that carrot saison.
From Ratio.
So good. I brought some of that back, and
That
it's just
one-
so good. I really
That
like
one's
it.
super good.
Yeah.
King of the carrot flowers.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that actually might be
sounds right.
pretty close.
Ratio. I saw the truck drive by just yesterday, and I was like, "Get out of here, Ratio!" But at the same time, I went and hugged them for all the good beer that they make.
Do you actually go hug him?
I mean, I
steal a bottle.
I stood at the end of the patio and gave him a hug.
You're like hug, and then you yank the bottle out.
No.
Nice. You talked
I
about
could-
your space being great for hanging out and being open for hanging out and things. Can you describe your space and where people are hanging out and how it works?
Yeah, it's a cute little, I mean, inside you're talking 34 people. There's tops. It's small, right? And honestly, if it had been bigger, I think that would have been more nerve-wracking for us, I
Yeah.
would say. And then you can get about another 24 people outside, I would say. So it's a 60-seater tops, which is like some people's tap rooms, right? So to add a patio.
Some people's bar tops.
Some people's bar tops, yeah.
Yeah.
So keeping people in and keeping those doors open is, I mean, we have to, right? You gotta put butts in seats. But we've got high tops, we've got cozy little bar stools. You can hang out with us at the bar, nice and comfy. We've got long tables for bigger groups and families. There's Wi-Fi if you want to come in and drink beer or coffee eventually,
Yep, so
and
we're opening for coffee.
non-alcoholic. The coffee should be ready to go next week, I would assume. But
We're getting ready to extend the hours, be open 7 days a week,
yeah,
and bring coffee in, and basically, again, have additional offerings for people coming in, hanging out
And
all day with
food.
us, and having that transition of coffee to beer at 10, 11, whatever time you want
I
it to
guess
be.
for-
That's fine.
it was
We're
10
not-
o'clock for me.
We're
today.
not here to judge.
Yeah, we got TVs, so
hitting the sports scene a little bit. Liz and I are both sports junkies.
yeah. I'm
So-
watching those WNBA playoffs right now. Pretty intense, although kind of a shady ending over at Vegas yesterday, but that's okay. We also really like football, so that stuff's on. But you could still kind of get the vibe of like, we do the 4-box thing, so you can have like 2-3 sports things on and like a Jeopardy in the side corner
And
for
a
our.
Jeopardy.
I did Jeopardy the other day, and somebody pointed it out, and I was like, you got to have a little bit of trivia going on.
A little
Especially
stimulus.
especially when you do the 4-box. We still got games. We got classic games in the corner. You can come and
Yep.
play some slapjack with your best friends, or whatever game you want to play. What else do you want to say is cute? You can see the brew house from behind the bar. Again, the brew house is actually smaller than the tap room, so mostly we get comments on how good at Tetris we are.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Um,
juggling.
So it's a 4-barrel brew house, and it's old school. It's an old school one. It's actually the old true 4-barrel system from, I don't know, a decade ago, I would imagine.
They bought it off from 5 years
5
ago.
years ago?
so-
Yeah, but I would think the system in itself is like 10 years
Oh,
old.
yeah, probably.
Anyway, and then we've got five fermentation vessels that take up quite a bit of space. And then an old barrel program that we're actually we're going to get rid of the barrels for now. The barrels are done. They've been used, so we're going to turn them into a tree wall outside to create a cute little tree wall patio environment out there.
Fortress.
Yeah, because it is an alley, so you gotta get creative to make it look good.
It's gonna be cute.
This morning I was thinking about how to get some people to slow down in the alley, like some of those little kid signs that say "slow down."
Yeah.
We have one neighbor; she likes to drive really fast. She seems nice, but she likes to go fast.
Mm.
Anyway,
You know, it's a cute little neighborhood
It's
bar.
cute.
It's the best way to put
Yeah.
it. It is a little bit divey before, and one of our goals pretty quickly was if it's women owned, we wanted it to look women owned.
like women owned. Like somebody was scrubbing those toilets.
yeah, to make it cute, right? Like everyone likes cute, very like patio. We're trying to give it that European alley vibe. Like those are the best cafes and the best bars
Yeah.
in Europe. And
Yeah.
they're usually in an alley, and they're cute and they're a little bit quieter, and that's kind of a nice piece about ours is it's smaller, but it's also off that main strip, so it's a little bit quieter back there. Unless we're in delivery time, then it's obnoxiously loud. But
Yeah.
for the most part, it's quite a bit quieter. You don't have nearly the hustle bustle. It's kind of a nice like desensitize a bit from the chaos of
I like
Tennessee.
that. I
Yeah.
think that's a good pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, it's cute.
Calm.
Cool.
It's calm and cute.
I definitely go to
colors.
breweries to relax.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's definitely not chaotic, right?
Yeah.
It's not chaotic. it's pretty chill and we're pretty chatty. So I would say if you don't want to chat,
Go to a table.
yeah, I'll
Don't
probably
sit at
still
the
come
bar.
out and say hello to you. Just make sure you're doing okay, right? Do you need another beer? I won't linger. But I'm a chat.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'll try not to linger.
I wasn't sure if I was done with
Yeah,
those questions. So, tell us a little bit more about the things that you want to do with your community. You mentioned a few things earlier that you have going on. I know there's a lot of events going on.
Yeah, I mean, I think events are a really good way that we can show support and bring some awareness to different things within the community and hit on passion points of the community themselves. And in addition, partnering up with other local businesses that are on the street and coming up with different ways that we can work together. You know, we're all about doing creative things, and like I've told there's clothing companies and like skincare and haircutting like salon, and I'm like, I don't sit and think about haircuts all day every day, but like maybe you guys have an idea for an event that we can run. And you know, we kind of jokingly came up with like mullet Tuesdays, that it's like a pop up in the alley. You can get a mullet cut for like $10 or something.
That'd be great. There's lots of
Right, like
kids
just
and stuff in the area.
yeah,
that
just
parents could
something
do.
little fun like that, supporting, you know, the people that aren't wanting to drink but they want to socialize, and
Yep.
supporting the families. It's a very family friendly area. So we've got juices, and soon we'll have little Uncrustables and stuff for the
Snacks,
kids.
yeah.
And
grown up food too.
yeah, grown up foods. With the brew pub, we'll definitely have more food. We've been doing the charcuterie boards, which has been nice. So there's just I think there's a lot of ways we can continue interacting with the community, and it's kind of just doing things with them in mind, of things that they want to see, and hearing their inputs and stuff they'd like to see happen, and actually acting on it. Like a lot of places, they like say it, but they don't always act upon it. And we're trying to do our best to act upon as many things as suggested as possible.
Yep.
Grown-ups can eat Uncrustables.
Yes, they can. They can.
I was like waiting for you to like
Yeah.
like be like, I have one right now.
It is lunchtime here, yes.
And oddly enough, that's like the 4th or 5th time just this week somebody's brought up Uncrustables.
I just learned that they're made in Colorado. So like technically
Wow.
we're being local. So look at us.
So is there a pile of crusts somewhere there?
The birds.
Yeah,
We have
it's
fat
like-
birds.
Yeah. Why the geese are always here.
Oh yeah, that's actually
Yeah.
we thought it was like a warm enough climate for the geese, but it's because of all the Uncrustable bread that gets thrown out the ponds.
It suddenly makes sense.
I want to like make a fake story, like an Onion type of story. It's hilarious.
I like it.
We'll name our
Yeah.
sandwiches like geese snacks or something. Gosling snacks.
Gauze snacks.
Gauze
Maybe
snacks.
a go's name.
That would be a good ghost name.
You know, you could make a beer to go with it, something biscuity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh,
That's
yeah.
The Uncrustable crusts are in there.
Oh.
Maybe we should just ask them. Be like, hey,
Creating
can we make a
tall
beer
tales.
out of your leftover
That's
sandwich
not how that-
crusts?
Well, yeah, we could get very crafty, huh?
Yeah.
We could go ancient.
Ooh.
Ancient. I don't
So
know.
now we're on to something, guys.
Talk to me in a year. I might be excited.
Yeah, you guys
Listen-
need more on your plate, I can
Yeah.
tell.
Liz was like, I'm trying to just keep the menu full. And I'm like, but what about?
I keep falling asleep randomly under tables because
It's like,
when I get
stop it.
overwhelmed, I tend to fall asleep. And
It's kind of her MO.
so if you guys ever show up and I'm just under a table, you know it was a tough day.
She had a meeting with our accountant. She had a meeting with the accountant yesterday, and I strolled in. I was like, "Hey, she's still awake. You must not have overwhelmed her too much." I was expecting to walk in, and he was going to be like, "I don't know what I did." She just like passed out. I'd be like, "It's fine. It happens."
Yeah. Good plan for that. I saw you host a lot of events, a lot of different events. When I was looking, there was a self-defense class tomorrow, which I think was probably a couple weeks ago, but maybe that repeats. Word
Doing it on
nerds.
Sunday again.
You have a spelling bee coming up.
Yeah. We
Like-
so the person that we do event with is Shut Up and Drink events, and it's actually his name's Sam, and he did a lot of the video editing for the podcast for the last couple of years, and then his company keeps getting busier, so we can't keep paying him very poorly to do video editing for us.
Yeah.
He's like has real jobs and doing
Yeah.
real things now.
He's
Dang
growing.
it. But it's great because we can kind of be a center point for new events he's never done. So he's never done Word Nerds. It's a game that they've been trying to kind of hash out the details, but until they had someone doing it, like kind of kept getting pushed to the back burner. The concept behind is kind of a mashup of just different word games, right? Like combining pictures and figuring out what word it's supposed to be in Mad Libs. And I'm trying to think of what other one he had in there, like a Sudoku kind of word game. So it's just a mashup of words for word nerds,
It's like Jeopardy in the top right corner.
Yeah, just having something out there. And so excited about that. And then I threw out to him the other day when we get our liquor license, doing karaoke bingo. And he's like, well, how do you want it to work? And I was like, I have no clue. Let's just make it up. And so the general concept is like, if you want to mark off a spot, that song must be karaoke'd.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to win, you like are going to go up and sing more songs and like do your karaoke thing. But that's such a more shot game than a beer game. Right? People need
Yeah.
more of that liquid courage. So I was like, what a great thing to do like over the weekend when we have our first weekend of their liquor license. Is we're just going to be like shotting a beer and karaoke. And he's pumped for it. So we get to throw out new games and things to him. We get to play around a lot more than I think a lot of people get to. And so that part's really nice as well. And the spelling bee he's been doing, he actually does that beer stat, I think like once a month or once a quarter, and they
The
crush it
shot
there.
and-
And so Liz has been to one. I unfortunately have not. I have 2 kids, so I don't get to go do those things nearly as much as I used to. I'm at home and hopefully in bed by 9. And she said they're a riot. Like it's
Yeah,
like a
it's
whole like actually like show. It's not just a spelling bee, but they're supposed to be really fun. And so whenever we have a 4 or a 5 Thursday month, we throw that in for the 5th event. And we kind of rotate through. So instead of just doing trivia every Thursday, which I think people kind of get tired of, and it's been done over and over, we rotate it. So the first Thursday of every month is themed. Second Thursday is music bingo. Third Thursday is normal trivia. Fourth one is either going to be like word nerds or music bingo again because it's super popular. And then the 5th one, if they show up, is going to be the spelling bee. So trying to keep it where it's like there's something going on. If you like doing games, there's something here for you, but it's not just the same thing every Thursday.
Yeah. And then the self-defense class is our take on kind of like the brewery boot camp stuff that you can often see before it gets too wintry around here. I like early Saturday or Sunday mornings as a way to get some exercise in before maybe you start your day drinking for the day.
And it's one of our regulars. Like, so that
Yeah.
was a cool thing that he's hosted before and
He is a
suggested
black
out.
belt in martial arts.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Don't mess with
he's
him.
Basically Bruce Lee.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He's always sitting down at the bar. Now I know to be scared of him.
Yeah.
He can pop up at any moment.
That's right.
From
One of my
sleeping,
trivia friends,
squatting.
she started, I guess she was telling me about this thing. It's boxing for women, like self-defense boxing for women. And it's taught by some guy who is a pretty serious boxer.
Yeah.
And she said, I can't go, which is fine.
Ah.
And she went the first time and he put her on the speed bag. And she said, I just can't figure this out. And the next time she went and she could speed bag a little bit. And so she was so excited and just had such a wonderful time. And
Cool.
I don't know. I think those things all sound like fun.
Cool.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, we've debated changing up from the self-defense to more just straight up kickboxing. It seems a little bit more approachable. I think people are a little more intimidated with the self-defense aspect of it. And I think there's a bit of, to go into a self-defense class, you have to own the fact you're vulnerable. And so it's a little bit harder to jump into, where a kickboxing
point.
is just there to like, you can be taken out like aggression. You can be looking at for your self-defense. You can look at for exercise. Like I think it just creates a little bit more of a welcoming narrative, even though they're, for the most part, pretty similar type of overlaps in there. But we're kind of like trying to find out the niche a little bit. I threw out Pilates because we like to keep an eye on what other women breweries are doing. And then the New York one was it's not Tula. There's some big one in New York, and they do Pilates. And he's like, yeah, that'd be popular. I don't want to teach Pilates. And I was like, cool, man, I get it. I don't want to do Pilates, so sounds
Popular for
terrible.
other people.
Yeah, it's so hard.
I used to do Pilates.
Oof.
Loved it.
Did you? Oh, God.
Yeah. My
I
wife
did
got
like
me
a
into it.
I did like a beginner's course, and I was like, this shit's impossible.
Yeah, it does definitely start that way.
I don't do that stuff well. I like Zumba.
I know.
Zoom is
And
fun.
the what's the one with the drumming, cardio drumming?
Oh,
I used to
No.
take my grandma to do that. That was always fun.
that sounds awesome. I've never even heard of that.
Oh yeah, it's like a big ball, and you use drumsticks, and it's a lot of fun.
What? I might have to look into that.
Yeah, they did it at our community center, and my friend and I used to take the class, and I would take my grandma with me, and she would take her niece. So we've got pictures of the two of them drumming together because my grandma was in her 80s, and her
Yeah.
the niece was like 9. So
All ages. I love
we all
that.
ages.
I like that a lot. Who
So
doesn't
that
like to
was
hit a drum?
Mhm.
Yeah, cardio drumming.
I found like at an old arcade, it was like Guitar Hero, but of just a giant like bongo drum. And I spent a lot of money on that machine. So I could see how that would be fun and similar.
Mhm.
You got me thinking over here, Wendy.
I love it. So you guys have both been in the industry for a while. You've mentioned a couple of times that you kind of end up back in the industry all the time. You are both published authors, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Also that.
Yep.
Yeah.
In the beer
So-
space.
In the beer space, beer and food, right? We did a collaboration with Boozy Jerky for a beef jerky and beer pairing, and then I did a basic
great.
beer and food pairing. But yeah, I have another edition that's just whatever kind of jerky you want to buy, kind of thing. But also collecting dust in the digital world, digital dust.
Dust.
And then Chelsea, I'll let you pitch your own book.
Yeah, I did the award winners of Colorado. So it was
Champion.
all the breweries that
Yeah.
had won at GABF or World Beer Cup or I always confuse this one.
U.S. Open.
The US
Beer
yeah,
champion.
Open Beer Championships. Just a terribly long name. It's kind of the big awards. And so if you were coming to the area, it was like really easy to be like, I just want to, like, where do you start? Like when there's 400 breweries in the state, where do you start? Well,
Mhm.
if they won an award, the odds are they're not bad at what they do. And
Right.
maybe you can't find that exact
Yeah.
beer, but at least you have a solid list of ones that have done well. Or you look at some like Bullenbush and you're like, God damn, they've won like 10. And I think they've won 10 already this year, and GABF hasn't even started.
Yeah, right.
So clearly they're okay.
Yeah.
Like maybe
Good
they're
spot
worth
to
a
go.
stop
Yeah.
if you've never been there. Westbound and Down, you like an IPA? They've won like every year forever. Cannonball, I think they have the longest continuous streak of winning GABF awards.
Yeah.
Probably don't suck. Maybe stop by there. Like, so that was kind of like the joking synopsis. Like, there isn't a good way that this is all organized out in one place. Like, if you go to all 3 of those different sites, they organize their data very differently, and it's much more difficult than it should be. And you get stuck like in Google and in Google Maps and jumping back to their page, and you end up doing a ton of juggling. So instead, it was like, here it is, mixed with some fun facts and a little bit about the place, and they're really dog friendly. You're here with your dog, go to this place. So it's kind of a collective. I think I should have made it into like a passport punch
Yes.
thing. I think will be the next iteration.
Yeah, you could
Because
do a
I have more
different
time this
version.
year, so I'll
You
probably
can
try to
do a
do it
different
again.
version.
So you've got nothing going on.
Yeah.
You can get right on that.
It's
fine.
Yeah. It's
Just
so
add it to the
funny.
list.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's such an interesting. It's just an industry that, I know we both fell in love with, and I don't think we ever really tried to leave it per se. Just maybe look at it from a different perspective. And so we've done that in many different ways, right? From behind the bar to the back of the house to the online world of drinking beers and talking about beer and the history of beer and food and fun facts, and now the brewery ownership itself, right? It's like, okay, now we get to imply all those things together. It was like this really long-winded education that we're now applying.
Yeah.
And now even more so thinking, we prepared as best we could on the business side of things as far as like planning purposes to go, oh yeah, well maybe we got like 70% close, but there are some things like we said, like you can't plan for things that break or or what things really look like once you get in there.
It's
And
a different
then
world for sure.
yeah, and then licensing is a whole nother thing. Yeah, I mean you can read all the books you want about it and you can talk to all your
Yeah.
friends and network about it, but like at the end of the day, something's going to come up that you didn't think about, or maybe
time.
all the time, or you didn't put enough weight into it, or maybe you put too much weight into it to go the other way.
Yeah.
So it is an interesting spot to be right now coming in. We came in very confidently, and I would say we're still very confident about it. I would just say it's just a lot of work, and that's okay, and it's still fun.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, like, this is not a bad life. It is a fun life, and it's just a different kind of hard work.
We don't get it right
Couple-
as much.
Yeah, we
A
don't
couple
get
of
the
years
right
ago, we interviewed a couple of the lawyers who deal with the beer and beverage industry in
Mhm.
Michigan, and they talked about licensing. And I just remember a couple of the examples they gave were like the laundromat that got their beer license. So, it's great.
Okay,
It's
good.
Suds and Suds or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I love that.
you're stuck there for an hour or more anyway.
Yeah.
I just wanted to like combine a car wash, a laundromat, and a bowling alley.
Oh.
They're all
You're-
long,
Oh.
right?
You got quarters. Yeah, of course you have beer in there, but you got quarters
And
already, so you
wine,
might as well
yeah.
go wash your car, and then you throw everything in the dryer, and you're like, I got time for a round of bowling.
Yeah.
What else are you gonna do while you sit there?
That's so interesting. I've never heard this before.
Really?
I mean, maybe.
You
I don't remember.
lived in a casino town. The laundromat also had had slot machines. That was
Yeah.
fun, and I found the one that would glitch, and so I wouldn't win a lot of money, but it would cover. I like knew when it was gonna pay out because it would glitch.
Yeah.
I'd, like jack up my butt for it because it's like a penny machine. So you're like, I won $20, but still,
All
you're
you
like,
want is
cool,
just to
well,
play longer.
exactly. I want to play longer, and I want to cover the cost of me drying my dirty ass clothes. So
Yeah.
Well, hopefully, if you're drying them, they're clean.
that is fair.
Yeah.
Maybe I was doing it wrong the whole
You were
time.
just freshening
Oh,
them.
no.
Just spraying them with water.
You dry first, then you wash. Right?
Yeah, you don't want them to be wet going in. It'd be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Maybe you dried your like bath towel before you washed it.
Yeah. That's weird. Yeah. But I would say licensing and taxes. There is an entire meta game in the tax world of TTB,
terrible.
alcohol, excise. I'm looking forward to playing with that a little bit further now
fair.
that
That you didn't fall asleep in that meeting yesterday.
yeah, I was into it because my brain was firing on a level that it hadn't been in the last 3 months. So I'm excited for that meta game. Now that I get it a little bit more, I hope to understand it further.
Cover your mic. It's windy. There we go. We'll just talk like this from here on out.
Mm, sorry,
No, it's
We could,
Pros
Mother
and-
Nature is
Pros and
snoring.
Yeah.
cons of being
we
out
could
there.
probably sell those clips if you keep doing that.
that's right.
Put the fuzzy
Some
thing
are.
over top of it. Yeah, I mean the licensing to get the liquor license has been a chore to say the least. Like it just is never ending. I feel like the epitome of just like headaches. Of
We've heard
people come
plenty
in
of-
and
of wonderful, like the Cozumel Brewery.
it just
Yeah.
doesn't make sense. That's the weird thing. Like we have a couple different licenses we're going through, and it'll get approved on 2 of the 3, and then the third one they're like, yeah, no, we're not going to approve it, and we're like,
But why?
you approved
Why?
it last week on 2 other licenses, and
Yeah.
they're like, yeah, not this time. And we're like, okay, then what do you want changed? And it'll just be something crazy.
I also
And
feel like it
"Well,
depends on people's moods.
yeah, and you're like, what do you mean? Like this. It was literally fine last week. How are you? It's just exhausting. So our poor lawyer has been holding my hand through a lot of like,
He's a
I
good
don't know how
guy.
to fill this out. I don't know what to do with this. I don't even get why I'm doing it again. It's just a
And
headache.
the lawyer is just like, yes, this is what happens. This is how it works.
Yeah, literally.
That's just
Yeah.
every day. for
Right,
him.
like
Yeah.
our actual like liquor license via the government went through really, really quickly. He's like,
Yeah.
I have companies that have been sitting almost 5 months, and we have no idea. It's just in limbo. where like the stateside stuff goes usually really quick, and we're just getting sent through the ringer on the stateside stuff that he's like, I don't get why they're throwing all of this BS at you guys. Like, this is bonkers. Like, we should have had our liquor license easily a month ago, or the beginning of this month, because that's when the government one went through, and we just like can't get over their perpetual hurdles. And I'm like, you're not helping anybody. Like, you're just hurting a small business right now. Of like, if we could have had, I mean, it would have been this whole month of serving margaritas. Margaritas are great. People love margaritas, right? Like, you're literally
with a lager.
You're just hurting us. Like, you're not helping anybody by like making up new rules every week. So it's frustrating, but you just kind of take it and go, all right, well then what do you want me to do? I'll do it. I'll see you in 2 more days. Then they're like, here's something new. And you're like, cool. What do you want me to do?
That's
I'll
right.
see you in 2 days.
Taxman does do a margarita beer. Margarita spin-off. They age it in tequila barrels. It's quite tasty.
Oh, I'm
Sure
sure.
it is.
That
Sure
sounds
it is.
good. I love a good margarita beer.
Lime.
Yeah. Go ahead,
We have a
Wendy.
meadery here that does a margarita mead that is delicious.
Mm. I wish I got into mead more. There's not a lot of meaderies around here, oddly.
Somebody was just talking about a hot mead
Oh yeah,
for the winter.
the winter, getting some hot mead going on in the winter. When we have the liquor license, we can do that. Hot wine, hot mead, the whole thing.
The hot honey thing is still going on. Like, that's a popular ingredient in food these days.
Oh yeah,
So why not a hot mead?
exactly.
Hot mead.
Exactly. I just had some hot honey the other day. A sucker for a chicken finger and some hot honey.
That's where it works really well.
Yeah. Just a sucker for chicken in general.
That's chicken finger.
Love chicken. Yeah.
People hate boneless wings, but if you call them nuggets or chicken fingers, it's fine.
I know. It's
Comes in.
yeah, you can't. Yeah, you're very much judged if you're getting boneless wings, but if you're ordering tenders or whatever,
It's fine.
it's fine.
It's fine.
I'll have a tender. Can I have a sliced chicken breast, breaded and fried, and then spice it up with some hot honey?
Then tender.
I think you get to charge extra when you put it like that.
You're charging per syllable at that point.
Yeah.
You're charging a pinky up.
Yes.
I want dino bites in hot honey sauce, please.
There you go.
I saw that you had done a blackberry wheat recently and put it in a slushy machine, and I would like to know more about this.
Delicious. We love the beer slushy movement, but I'm going to let Chelsea explain that because it's a love-hate for me.
It is a love-hate. I have been at other breweries, and I know that beer slushy machines slap. Like, they do well. People love them, especially on a hot day in the summer. We'll probably pull ours at the end of the month. Call it the end for the year. There is a decent amount of waste with them, which is unfortunate. I've seen people do their seltzers, which I actually think is really smart because then they're gluten-free. You can have them be boozy. I think they're a little bit easier to flavor, and the cost loss ratio is a lot less on them versus like our most expensive beer. Luckily, we have a pretty good following of slushy beer drinkers, so they help our cause out quite a bit. It's just a lot of work. The machine takes a lot to clean, and honestly, it made me a little scared of some places that I might no longer get slushies from because of the amount of work it does take to keep them clean. That I'm like, I don't know if you're doing that.
Yeah.
I have doubts. But yeah, I mean, they're fun to do. You get to decorate them up a little bit. You get to put them in a nice glass. They're great for to go. You get the straw with them. Like, just a really cold, little bit sweeter beer.
Yeah, it gives it this nice. It really
like
brings out
soft,
the cream.
Yeah, and a really soft
that
mouthfeel
wheat
to it.
base
So
really shines.
they're fun. I would definitely recommend for people doing them. Like I said, maybe keep it limited or do just summer or summer weekends. Like, depending how busy you are during the week, you may not need it all week. But the machines are kind of pricey. I scored a good deal on a used one, and now it's just keeping it maintenance, and they're fun. And then that's kind of the whole point. It's like a good one for, again, the non-beer drinker. A lot of people that come in that aren't necessarily looking for beer are excited about the slushy. So it's been a good upsell for those people to give them an option, especially with us being out without a sour. I mean, the blackberry is tart enough. It's a good double up as a for sour lovers.
Put a lot of blackberry in there.
Yeah.
But pecan lemon meringue is coming.
Pistachio.
It's coming today.
Pistachio, sorry, pistachio lemon meringue.
That's right.
Actually, I thought about it when you talk about the carrot sour.
Mm.
This pistachio beer is definitely like the most iconic beer of this place. So
we kind of had to do it.
we knew we were going to keep it alive, keep it rolling. Tweaked up the recipe a little bit, I think all in good ways. It really allows the lemon and the pistachio to shine. Not as heavy as it was, a little bit lighter going with the Berliner base. And then we started testing it and we're like, God damn, we kind of really like this Berliner base. Maybe this will just be like our table sour. And so we did a 50-50 on it, which is also kind of nice. Now we've got 2 different beers coming out, 2 different sour options on. And, like I do enjoy a big flavored sour, but I tend to side toward like more of those barrel aged, like delicate flavors. So to have a table sour, I'm going to drink more of that than I'm going to any like flavored one for the most part.
It's easier to have more than one.
Yeah. But it came out really nice. Like it's a nice, sweet up front, but finishes nice and lemony. Really does taste like dessert in a glass, but it's not as sweet as it was. And that was kind of our big goal with tweaking the recipe a bit, was to make it a bit more beer tasting, a bit more tart in a different way and a bit lighter. The other recipe felt like it was a little bit heavy, a little bit too sweet, that it was like, I don't want more than a taster sizes. I want people to be like, I want a full glass. I want 2 or 3 of these. And so
it's like the mini cupcake effect.
Yeah, Liz did a great job tweaking the recipe, and I'm really excited about it to get released today, honestly. Got live music and new beers, new and old beers.
Yeah, new and old.
I'm so excited you got up early to, talk about it, and then you get to go in and drink it.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
I haven't had it off draft yet.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
I had a couple yesterday.
I figured it would be. Liz is going to be coming into the brewery. She didn't want to. She's coming in.
I should really get to my accountant duties. He's very patient with me, but I should do that.
Yeah, that's fair. We're going to go roll a fridge down the street.
Oh, yeah.
We bought a fridge from one of the other bars. We bought it by swapping kegs. Great deal.
We bartered.
Pikes Peak is just down the road, and they have that race where people push all sorts of stupid things up the road.
Yeah. We should get someone from that. You can train by getting this fridge from 2 blocks away to our place, so we don't have.
It's mostly flat, but
yeah,
this will be a warm up for you.
There are some cracks.
We're gonna use the wheelie base that we put the mash in the barrels for the
spent grain.
The spent grain. We're gonna go put that under it and wheel it.
There's 2 of them.
Perfect. It's gonna be fine. Nothing's gonna go wrong.
Liz and Chelsea,
It has been just like getting shaken.
Yeah,
it has been wonderful, but we're coming up on the hour mark, so we're going to start wrapping up. We generally wrap our show by asking a question that may or may not be beer related and is meant to be fun. Not that we haven't had fun up until now. So I will go ahead with my usual question and ask, what is the most recent board or card game that you played, and did you win?
Ooh, board or card game? I feel like Troy just brought one over not that long ago.
I forget what it's called.
You talked about Slapjack earlier.
I did not play Slapjack.
Actually, I would probably say for me, it hasn't been that recent. I can't think of the other board game we brought over. It was okay. It wasn't my favorite, but I would say the last one we played cribbage. Me and my husband play a lot of cribbage. I usually win. Every now and then he gets on big streaks, but he's gotten better. Now he wins more. I taught him how to get better, and that was a mistake. Another fun game we play is Hanabi. I don't know if you've ever played Hanabi.
I have played Hanabi.
Yeah,
I can't picture it. It does show up in our rotation. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yep. That one's a hard one to win.
Yeah, it is like impossible to actually fully win, but you can like semi-win.
Yeah.
And you really learn how people think, and it is a hit or miss game on people. We've played it with people that are like, that was awful. This is she didn't like that game.
I do like that game.
You like Hanabi?
Yeah. Last card game I played, yes, I won. And I'm just rubbing it into my stepdad's face if he's listening. I'm about 3 wins of Pinnacle in. Thank you very much. And I get to keep score, and I always write I win. And he often tells me to go home afterwards. afterwards.
That's a good classic
That's
game.
for you, G.
And I credit Kevin and I with teaching Liz how to be a better pinochle game player. Pinocchler. Just taking the things we would annoy her in our strategies, our meta strategies. She took them home, and now you're beating George up with them.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent.
My friend and I have been keeping track of our Skippo games for the last 10, 12 years now.
Oh my God.
Nice.
So, well, I lost the book that I had the original scores down in. So we've now got it on our phone for
That
the
book had
last 2 years.
everything.
I did. The book had everything.
How thick was it? How did you lose it? What's the story behind
it was
losing
just
it?
a little. I don't even know where it is. I've got a new one, but it's only about
With
that
your
big. It's just a little. It's something that fits in your backpack.
Hmm.
So
You don't know where you lost it?
I have
like
2 of them
general?
now. That one I can't find still to this day.
Like lost it in the house, or you're
Driving
like,
me
I went
insane.
on vacation and it
Well, I've
disappeared.
moved 3 times, so you'd
Oh,
think that I
yeah.
would have found it if it was in my house, right?
Yeah, fair. Yeah.
But so my question is, I love how much you promote women in the beer industry. So, what is your advice to a young lady who might be looking to get started in the beer industry?
Oh man, I mean, I would say I'll jump in quick, and you can jump in. Is kind of decide which part of the business you want to be part of, right? Like I do the bulk of the front of house, Liz is back of the house with the brewing. Very different sides, but focus on the things that you love. The odds are there's other women that are going to love it, and that in itself is going to create something unique and different that in a very male dominated industry you're just not going to see a lot, and you're going to be able to draw in other women and be okay with prioritizing that, right? Like we're prioritizing merch and beer styles. It's not that men aren't going to like it, but we want to make sure we always have a sour or 2 on and something fruited and merch that women actually like to wear, and doing self-defense classes, and just kind of being supportive of the community. Like breast cancer aware, like if you had 2 dude breweries doing a bra-free run down an alley, nobody's going to show up for that. So
Right.
just kind of leaning into it and then embracing it and having fun with it, and celebrating that we're women and we can do fun, cool things. This would be my advice.
And hard things.
And hard things.
Yeah. So I'll keep it short, but don't forget yourself, and it's never going to be all good. It's never going to be all bad, but it'll be all good. And just if that's what you want to do, just keep believing, in whatever side you want to focus on, believe in that, and just know that it'll be all good.
It'll be okay.
And that's okay. It's okay, ladies. It's okay.
It's okay.
And that might be just for me, but it's okay.
The
You'll be
uniqueness
okay.
is good. The uniqueness is good. We need
Yes,
more uniqueness.
I agree with that.
Well, awesome. Well, thank you guys for having us on.
Yeah, thank you. So you have a beer release coming up.
Yes,
Do you have
yes.
anything else coming up that you want to promote or let us know about?
The events that we talked about at the end of October, we're also going to have a senior dog adoption event.
Aw.
Tennyson is doing on the 17th, the fall fair, so that'll be going on. I'm sure we'll have something cool for Halloween, but no idea what that is. That's all more than a month away. I haven't thought that far ahead. And events, or not events, but like private parties. We're a great little
Nice.
venue for private parties.
Yeah.
Indoor seating, outdoor seating. We can bring in Sam to be doing live different games. Within the private party, we can bring in food. We have food. We've got drinks. We're a great little spot for a little bit off the beaten path for private parties. So you'll be seeing us talk about that a lot in the near future as well.
Cool. Sounds great.
Awesome.
As for us, we have a no show next week. Neither Wendy nor I are available. And then October, wow, that's October almost. 3rd, we are interviewing another Colorado brewery, Phantom Canyon out of Colorado Springs.
Cool.
The 10th is when we are interviewing Burnham Brewing out of Indiana, that I talked about last week because I was drinking the Red Zeppelin, which is an English red ale, and it was very, very tasty. And then the 24th is the next show after that, and that will be Elm Street Brewing, also out of Indiana, totally different part of the state than Burnham Brewing. That is what we have coming up. Andy, Wendy, do you have anything that you want to plug? Anything coming up?
I'm gonna be honest, my head's so fuzzy right now, I don't know that I could think of anything.
I understand. How badly did you add to your cellar after your trip to Columbus?
it, it looked, it cost a lot more than it looked, if that tells you anything.
So a lot of
it
big
only
bottles, huh?
I did use a wagon to take it into the beer fridge in the garage. So
Pretty good.
instead of walking it back and forth from my car.
All right. So the cellar clearing is going to take a little longer now.
Yeah, well, so I have a cellar in my basement
Oh,
that I'm clearing out to put the canned goods that I've been working on this summer. But the beer fridge is still in the garage. So
okay. Okay. So it doesn't count. Okay.
those
Good.
so the beer fridge never lasts as long as the cellar stuff did.
Yeah.
So
True.
I think I've gotten to the point in my beer journey that I'm not holding on to beer anymore. I'd rather just drink it.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
good place to be.
Yeah.
You got it to drink it.
Yes. And sometimes you forget about it when you cellar it, and then it's not good to drink anymore.
Mhm.
And that's the worst.
So that's always disappointing.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's sanitizer.
Yeah. Sometimes it's sanitizer.
help clear that cold up for you.
Yeah.
I always
oh
recommend a
goodness.
good shot of whiskey.
That's what my dad said.
See?
Sounds like you need a flight and a pint.
A
I mean,
flight,
I had
a flight of whiskey?
Like,
Sure.
hey,
Pint to your favorite beer.
going through Kentucky, you can get that.
There you
Yeah.
go.
All right. Well, Liz and Chelsea, thank you. It has been absolutely wonderful. We are going to go ahead and close out the show the same way we close out our show every week. And that is by saying, whatever you think of your beer, we think it's better on draft.
Yeah.
Hey.
Cheers.
Mine's empty. Mine was pretty good.